There were also considerable advances being made in the Pacific, with the Americans preparing for Operation Iceberg. The target was Okinawa, only 340 miles from southern Japan, and the largest in the Ryukyu chain of islands. If an amphibious landing was successful, Okinawa would provide the Americans with a springboard for the final invasion of mainland Japan. Less than a week earlier, Iwo Jima, the first island in the Japanese archipelago to be invaded by the Americans, had finally been declared secure after 6 weeks of bitter fighting. Immortalized by photographs and film showing US Marines and a US Navy medic raising the Stars and Stripes on top of Mount Suribachi 5 days after the first landings on February 19th, the Iwo Jima fighting had cost the lives of 6,825 American and 21,703 Japanese soldiers. Although an Allied victory, the Battle of Iwo Jima was a chilling prelude to Operation Iceberg. For the invasion of Okinawa, the Americans assembled a force of 102,000 soldiers, 88,000 Marines, and 18,000 Navy personnel under Lieutenant General Simon Bolivar Buckner, Jr., commander of the 10th U.S. Army. Supporting Buckner's troops was a massive fleet of 1,600 ships, including 40 aircraft carriers, 80 battleships, 32 cruisers, and 200 destroyers. The warships lying offshore and the carrier-borne aircraft were at battle stations, ready to blast Okinawa into submission. At 6 a.m., the bombardment of the beaches at Hagushi began, and after 3 hours, the intense naval barrage ceased and troops of the 3rd Amphibious Corps and 24th Army Corps stormed ashore. Much to the Americans' surprise, however, the assault waves encountered no opposition at all. Follow-up troops rapidly headed inland, and by noon they had taken their immediate objectives, the airfields at Kadena and Yomitan. By nightfall, the 10th Army had more than 60,000 men ashore, and the beachhead was now 9 miles wide. But the Japanese were nowhere in sight. In fact, Okinawa's Japanese garrison had positioned itself well inland to avoid American naval gunfire, many concealed in the caves of the island's rocky landscape. The Japanese 32nd Army defending the island was 120,000 strong, with 70,000 of them being regular army troops. They were good, battle-experienced men, but the remaining 50,000 were a mix of naval troops and locally conscripted islanders who were poorly trained and inadequately equipped.